Hello everyone, this is Jebro, and again I'm judging my own gameplay, and this game was a little bit of time ago. I've actually think I've improved since this game, so it's going to be interesting to see what I actually do and how I move here. Now obviously I'm going for power NG here as well, so I'm trying to pick out a target. Everyone tends to just run in right into the middle of the fight. Doesn't matter what class they are. That's a big thing, especially in gold and below. As soon as you get to plat and above, hopefully that kind of thing changes. But here, main target is the Revenant. Easier to take down, obviously, especially if his heal's down. And this is going to be our main focus target here. You can see there's so much variation in PvP at the moment in terms of classes. At the moment, this Guardian on the left-hand side is actually just free casting as well. And he's free casting on the Necro. So our Necro is in a lot of trouble while I'm focusing mainly on the Rev here. So it's a massive team fight. On the side, you can see everyone is involved here. We've got a Thief as well. And by now, our Thief actually could have got the decap over at Far. So that's something maybe he could have thought about to potentially draw people out. Now, our Elementalist is getting really hard focused here. We are going to potentially be able to get the res, although it's looking kind of dire at the moment. I'm trying to go in, but unfortunately we do lose the Elementalist, and I'm actually going for the res here as well. Elixir S procs, and we lose the Necromancer as well in the end. Now I think this is because we actually went for the Revenant for a long ass time. And actually, you know, we didn't pay attention to the other people in the fight, like the Dragon Hunter and whatnot, who was free casting from the side that I mentioned. And as soon as I know the fight's about to turn its ugly head, I just bail out of there. We've got the decap at Far, and then again we see the Thief. I think the Thief at the moment, he's the one who got the decap, of course, and he's just playing around over on that Far point as well, but doesn't want to get too involved with that Guardian or that Revenant, because they're going to be able to have a nice time with him. So I've kept close. While the other guys have gone to Far, I'm still looking at mid. I'm looking for a little bit of a regroup, thinking about what the Thief is doing, and the Thief, he's going to be getting out of there. That's the best situation. He doesn't want to be involved in that fight over there. I start to move on the midpoint as well. Now, we are in a 2v2 here, so it's not too bad. It's not absolutely horrible. This is really going to be something sustained that we keep going. Hopefully elsewhere our fights are going to be won. The Necro unfortunately has gone down, and other people will do indeed. The Thief comes back to mid, which is good, and then the Guardian's going to stay at Far. Now I've switched out, and I'm going to go to Far now to equalize this up, because I'm thinking, why is this guy currently 1 versus 1 on their node? This is not good, so I need to help him peel away. So I'm going to try and come in for the res. I don't get my thunderclap off as much as I was hoping to, and he actually gets a knockback here onto our teammate, and actually that helps me get the res, thankfully, as well. Now I've got to try and get out, and I am in big trouble. Using my rocket charge to do so, as well as using my defense field to potentially force anything that comes out for the Revenant, but unfortunately in the end I just go down. Too much pressure, and in the end as well I save that guy's life, and he doesn't help me out. He just goes back onto the point and ignores me completely, especially as I'm getting completely trailed down. Thief as well is having a couple of issues in this game as we rotate between their close point and mid, and because they're not going for our close point as well, and that means the Thief has actually got a lot less of the map to use, so his mobility isn't really that useful at the moment. The Ellie died at mid as well. I can't unfortunately look at every single location, as obviously because I've not got the control that I would like to have, because it's a recording. But again, in the end, we're on this Far point. We do have it contested. We are losing by about 50 points or so, which is not too great. Obviously, main focus now is on the Dragon Hunter himself. Now the Necro's gone down. Here I use my stealth to try and keep the Necro alive. We do get the res as well. I do believe I used my gyro. I'm not too sure there. But I should have. If I didn't, then that was bad. But we had enough bodies going down for the res. Now, the main target here is the Dragon Hunter. We do have the Necro in fight as well, which is fantastic. Now, someone is guarding our close point, which is great. I believe that's the Elementalist actually at the moment, because it's a bit blurry on my screen, so you have to forgive me from time to time. But he's left there defending that. Now, obviously, we want him to be in a team fight. So I am literally running across the map as we are winning that fight at Waterfall. Don't want to outnumber it. I want to either alleviate the pressure from the Elementalist so we can move, or I want to try and +1 this so we can kill the Revenant quickly. Now, between myself and the Ellie, we can easily kill this guy, or at least get the Ellie to move so he can leave the point. Now, but actually it forces the Rev to leave. I stay full cap. The Elementalist can then be in the rest of the map with our team, supporting our team. Now, you could argue that leaving far wasn't great because I'm supportive, you know, because I'll be able to support. But they were winning the fight at the end of the day, so I felt that was a good decision to do, and we do actually get the far cap as well. So now we've actually got the 2 side caps, thankfully, and I think we've got an outnumbered fight going on at far as well, so it's not too bad. If I hadn't have come towards the Elementalist, possibly he would have been +1 from the Rev. Sorry, the Rev would have been +1 with the DH, and I'm just saying there, like, mid is bad. I need to go support far because the Elementalist has some obsession with going towards midpoint. And this is where things start to fall apart. I can't get the res here at all. I'm just trying to come in and hold the point contested for as long as possible. Here you could argue that I should have moved. I go into Elixir S proc, I'm versus 3 members, the point's contested, I need to heal, I need to stealth, I need to move away. I should have stealthed up first. Here I didn't get my Purge Gyro, I'm 1v3, I'm losing this fight. I shouldn't have gone into it. He was dead, done and dusted. Thankfully, because they're 3v1ing me, and that's another reason why I stayed on this point, was because they could outnumber mid and get control. They do, thankfully. I'm lucky there that they really contested this far point for so long with 3 people while I was still there. If they hadn't, that mid fight could have gone differently and we may have lost the mid cap as well. Now we've come back from having that 3 cap that we had, the 2 cap. We had Waterfall and we had Quarry. Unfortunately, there's people mid just focusing on the mid fight. No one is focusing on close, and it looks like the Elementalist even is thinking about going to Quarry. He ports back, thankfully seeing that I'm actually coming in, and I'm just going to have this 1v1 with the Engineer, with the Scrapper. So his power as well, obviously. I almost lost the cap by using my Acid Bomb and just moving off the node, which was bad. Obviously dodging out of Thunderclappers where I can because there is some damage there. And he just gives up, actually, and just bails. Because I think he feels as if mid-fight's going to be lost, and I'm just going to capture the point. So, actually, I think him maybe contesting might have been a good idea, but I think he hoped, because we had the Necro died, that they were going to start to win mid, and they were going to go back to Waterfall and mid, and knock out our Thief. So, like I said, they've not gone for much poke over on the Quarry, and if you've not got a Thief and the other team has, like, half the time it's really good to not actually go for a 3-point contestation, because it doesn't always work out like that. It's not like, 100% law that if the other team's got a Thief, you should just 2-cap. But if you close down the amount of the map that the Thief has to operate in, his mobility is restricted between, it's not the whole map, it's just 2 capture points, and he can't get involved in team fights. So if you've got 2v2s going on 2 caps, you can only dip into one of those 2v2s. You can't go for the D cap because you've only got 2 caps. You've not got 3 fights going on. It makes sense to me anyway. If you have any questions about that, I can answer it fully in the comments below, because I want to focus on this as well. Now, we have lost close point in that little conversation, so that's why I don't want to talk about stuff too in-depthly, because I've got limited time on these videos. But now I'm going for this fight over here on the Quarry. Now I'm with the Elementalist at the moment. The Necro is going for the gate. The Dragon Hunter is on mid. The Thief is here, as far as I can tell as well. Although he's dipping in and out of places at the moment. He is here on this capture point at the moment. So they're trying to defend their Quarry node. They're extending their lead. We're both within Lord range now as well. And really, the Thief has a lot of support here, so he can actually get heavily involved in the fight. And this is where the blue team, unfortunately, give away a lot of the map as well. The Scrapper, I think the Scrapper goes down, and he probably will do in the end. The Elementalist is coming back in now into the fight, and they've got a lot of support. It might be a bit too late though, because the Scrapper is down, but he's very close to getting res, and does indeed get resed here as well. My Thunderclap is not off cooldown. I didn't pop any cleave down. I could have popped my Bulwark Gyro down at the very least, or Acid Bombed, but I didn't get there in time, and that's a big fail on my half. Because now it's a Scrapper and an Ellie versus a Scrapper and an Ellie, and a Thief dipping in here and there, and also a Revenant on their side. So it's not an amazing fight for us, but there's a lot of good focus on the scrapper at the moment. But I'm so screwed. I actually go right through that trap there, get crippled and damaged as well. And we've not got enough cleave as well, because you know they've got a lot of support here themselves. They've got the LE. We didn't get enough cleave down. I'm low and I don't want to pressure too hard. And I actually bail here, and the Rev just jumps on me and takes me out. Like here, I probably should have stayed in the fight. Well, if I'd had stealth, I should have used it, but it was off cool. It wasn't on cooldown. Like, there's not much I could have done there other than staying in the fight with the Elementalist. Now they actually bail back to mid, which is a good idea. Necro and Guardian Dragon Hunter go towards the boss, towards the Lord, to kill it. And this is basically, if they don't kill this, we've lost the game. So we really have to hold mid to make sure that at least, you know, potentially if they fail, we can come back into this game. It's a very close game at the moment, and not many people, by the looks of things, have gone to defend. And if they have, I am now going to decap the map, because this is the only way we will be able to come back if they fail. And that's why I'm calling, as you can see, I clicked furiously on Quarry there for them to decap the point, because there's only one guy now left on the map that I can see at the moment, other than the people defending the Lord. I capture the waterfall. Now this is very, very important to do, of course, and this could be, you know, something which wins us the game as well. We have to wait and see. And now we've got the free cap. So if they fail at Lord, we're going to capture, which they have already. You can see the Necro and the Guardian have died. If they capture Quarry, we've got a free cap. And that's pretty good. And we're going to get a lot of point income very, very quickly. This is also going to give the Dragon Hunter and the Necro the time to come back to far, mid, and close to help out. I really need help here. I am 1 versus 3, boys. And all they need to do is get a capture point. But slowly and surely, I can't even use my heal because I'm just interrupted. I'm immobilized. And I didn't have stealth either. I have stealth now, obviously because I had Elixir S proc. I don't have stability either, unfortunately. So now I'm running into these fields, and that was just moronic. Like, that was stupid. I sometimes pull out some really stupid crap, and that was bad. I didn't look down. I just assumed I had stability because I had my gyro up, but I didn't have stability at all. And I really screwed myself over in that fight. Luckily, we've got a 2-cap, and because of the 2-cap, as long as no one else dies or we get a kill, we win the game. Thanks to the decap from myself and cap over a waterfall, and the cap or the decap that happened to Quarry. If we hadn't have had one of those, we would have lost that game, because the Necro and the Dragon Hunter went to Lord. But the Dragon Hunter and the Necro went to Lord, and that pulled everyone back other than one person. Amazing. Great game as well. Fantastic game. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you. It helps me to think about my gameplay. That game was intense. And yeah, I'll try and do this more in future. If you think I should be talking about other things, if you think I was just playing bad, you can mention that below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that always helps. Liking the video really helps to support the channel. I really appreciate your support, guys. If you want to come watch me on Twitch playing Guild Wars 2, you can come to twitch.tv/JebroUnity. And I'll see you in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.